Trump is anything but normal. Anything but normal. I want to analyze the situation right now unfolding in the United States in regards to what is happening in Gaza and in Palestine. And I want to actually start off with the news itself. Read few lines for you so that you have an idea what the news was about. So basically, how Hamas they have responded to this is by saying, coming from Bassem Naim, a member of the Hamas's political bureau told AFP that Palestinians would quote-unquote foil such projects as they have done to similar plans, quote-unquote, for displacement and alternative homelands over the decades. Gazans, he said, will not accept any offers or solutions, even if their apparent intentions are good, under the banner of reconstruction, as proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. Islamic Jihad, which has fought alongside Hamas in Gaza, called Trump's idea deplorable, quote-unquote, and said that it encouraged war crimes and crimes against humanity by forcing our people to leave their land. But far-right Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, who opposed the Gaza truce deal, said Trump's suggestion of quote-unquote helping them find other places to start a better life is a great idea. He added, Smotrich, only out-of-the-box thinking with new solutions will bring a solution of peace and security, end quote. Almost all Gazans have been displaced by the war that began after Hamas's attack on southern Israel on October 7, 2023. Al Arabiya, this is coming from Al Arabiya news article. We know that they're pro-Zionist, even though they call themselves Al Arabiya, but this news is pro-Zionist. This is why they're saying that it all began on October 7, 2023 by Hamas. But we will not talk about this. Now, let's talk about what Hamas said. Basically, they are calling Donald Trump anything but normal. He's a complete delusional guy, and Hamas is very, very clear on this issue, which is that they are going to be foiling such projects. What does it mean? Foiling these projects, it basically means that Hamas will take up arms against such projects. They're not going to be just protesting it verbally as they're doing right now, but when it comes to fruition, Hamas is going to take up arms, and they're going to teach the U.S. military and also the Zionist forces a good lesson, just like they have taught them in Gaza just a few days ago. Now, I want to actually play the video for you so that you can hear for yourself what Donald Trump was talking about.
I'm talking to General El-Sisi tomorrow, sometime I believe, and I'd like Egypt to take people, and I'd like Jordan to take people.
Okay, so he would like Jordan to take people, he would like Egypt to take people, he would like everybody to take the Palestinian people. Why? Because he doesn't want Palestinian to be in Palestine. And this is exactly the same plan we should have for the Zionist state. They should be brought back to Europe, to Poland, to all those places they came from. Unfortunately, this is what we need to implementing, but we cannot at the moment, thanks to the people like him, Donald Trump, that would not make that happen. Now, obviously, with this one, I have another person saying something about Donald Trump's comment on Gaza when he was talking about how nice, beautiful weather and the place is Gaza.
Gaza is interesting. It's a phenomenal location. On the sea, fantastic things could be done with Gaza.
Wow, Palestinians will be pleased to know that Trump wants to do fantastic things with Gaza.
Well, you certainly can't have the people that were there. Most of them are dead, by the way, right? Most of them are dead. But they didn't exactly run it well.
Oh, right. By fantastic things, what you meant was ethnic cleansing, right? To remove the native population in order to make room for expensive beachfront property for wealthy Israeli people. Incidentally, this is like exactly the thing that fringe, crazy conspiracy theorists said they were going to do like 14 months ago, right? That they were going to use the 7th of October as an excuse to annex Gaza and claim the territory as their own. That's what he's describing here. That's the fantastic thing that can be done with Gaza. You know, I actually kind of like this about Trump. He lies so much that very often he forgets what the fake truth is supposed to be and accidentally tells the real truth.
This is coming from a person who is American, and he's not getting mocked only in the Middle East by Hamas in this case, but also people from around the world. I mean, the reaction, we are still waiting to hear from Turkey, Qatar. We are still waiting for the Arab, those leaders, so-called leaders, to react on this. But I'm pretty sure that even though those leaders, they have no spine whatsoever, they are going to ridicule this person, Donald Trump. Why? It is because this is a ethnic cleansing by Donald Trump. If you take the population out of Gaza, you have no Gaza. What you have in place is an empty place that will be occupied by Jared Kushner and his hotel or tourism industries that will set up a lot of hotels there, mansions, and it will be a seaside beachfront resort for his son-in-law to make money. And also it will help those American investors who are looking for investment opportunities in the Middle East. It will open the door for them for sure. And Donald Trump, I do not know if he will get anything from that, any cut from that kind of investment, but definitely he's going to make a lot of noise. And this is what brings me to my next point, which is that Donald Trump is a narcissist. This guy, he wants to be on the news with all kind of BS spreading all over all the time. This man would not stop his mouth. Now, I do not believe that will happen. I do not believe Donald Trump will even try to displace the people of Gaza and take them out of Gaza, simply because this is a rhetoric that he used against the people of Mexico. If you do not remember, he said, I'll be building that wall, I'll be investing, I'll be asking Congress for money, for funding. For 4 years, he said or played the same tape over and over again. Look what is happening with the southern border in the United States. Nothing. It is nothing. In fact, the situation is getting out of control. Even during the time of Donald Trump, there were a lot of problem with the illegal immigrants, gang crimes, and all of those things. He said, once we build the wall, and he said to his people who will be voting for him that this is my promise that once you elect me, I will be building that wall. He never built it. He said Mexico will pay it. And Mexico never paid it, a single penny. Everything, all this rhetoric, all this BS that he's talking about, and now he's talking about Gaza. It all makes absolutely no sense, but it makes only look Donald Trump very, very pathetic, delusional, to say the least. And of course, Egypt and Jordan and all of these countries are not going to take in any refugees from Gaza, and they made it absolutely clear. We have seen also how Donald Trump was stopping all kind of aid to all of these organizations, even including countries like Ukraine. He said, I'm not going to give them any aid whatsoever except two countries. Number one is Egypt, and number two is obviously Israel. Why was Egypt not stopped from getting aid from United States? Well, that is obviously because if Egypt doesn't get any help, then the Egyptian military will create problem for the state of Israel, and they will not live in peace and safety and security. So in terms of maintaining and ensuring safety and security, Donald Trump, United States have really no other choice but to resort to Egyptian government and pay them so that Israel can live in peace. That is one of the main reasons why he said, I will not stop giving aid to Egypt. Nevertheless, we know during the time of Biden, he did divert his aid, United States aid, from Egypt to who? To the people of Libya, to the government of Libya. What I'm trying to get you at is this. What they're saying, what Donald Trump is saying here in this case, is absolutely fake news, is absolutely bogus, nonsense. They are not helping Egypt the way they are saying they are helping. Maybe some aid they are getting, very minuscule amount of aid from United States. Most of the bulk of the aid is going to Libya, because United States, they know spending and investing in Egypt would not really make much of a difference. After they seen the attack on October the 7th, they are convinced that Egypt cannot alone itself protect the Zionist state of Israel. So Egyptian government is a bad news, obviously, no doubt about that. But now that this was absolutely rebuffed by Hamas, of what Donald Trump said, it is now very, very clear and evident to all of us guys that Gaza, the resistance forces, they're not the same as they were in the past. They're going to take up arms. They know how to deal with this kind of situation. But what is even more important for us to understand is this. This is pure PR stunt from Donald Trump. He is completely delusional. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just like he did not know when he was talking about Mexico. Now he's talking about Greenland. Now he's talking about Denmark, Canada. He's talking about fighting a big war with the rest of the whole world. I mean, this guy is absolutely a chatterbox. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next video.